In this video, you will find out everything you need to know about siege machines in Clash of Clans. I will first explain the basics. How do you get them? How do you load troops into them? Before getting into advanced tactics for each and every one of them so you know the best use of your siege machine, let's get into it. Alrighty guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host Judo Sloth. Let's start off with the basics. How do you unlock siege machines? Now if you are a Town Hall 10 or 11 player, you can still get access to all of the siege machines via donation, but I will show you that and how to load troops into them in a moment. In order to build the siege machines yourself, you need to be Town Hall 12 and build the new building for Town Hall 12, the workshop. When you first build it, it will be level 1, giving you access to the wall wrecker. If you are to upgrade the workshop to level 2, you will then get access to the battle blimp, and if you upgrade it to level 3, you get access to the stone slammer. You see where this is going, guys. In order to upgrade to level 4, you need to be Town Hall 13, but once you've upgraded to level 4, you get access to the Siege Barracks. Now if you are a Town Hall 10 or above player, so long as you have your clan castle at level 6, you can receive any of these siege machines, so long as your clanmate that is donating it has access to that siege machine. Once you have actually built the siege machine or have access to it, it will actually be level 1. You will be required to upgrade the siege machine exactly the same as any other troop within your laboratory. However, do note, if you are donating the siege machine, you might actually benefit from the clan perks, so long as your clan has access to them. Now let's go ahead and show you the donations and how to fill them, but first guys, if you are new to my channel, you want to see daily, educational but entertaining Clash of Clans videos, I'd recommend subscribing and turning on the notification bell. Before we get on to the part of the video where we explain how to use each siege machine, let's show you how to add troops to it, even if you have built the siege machine yourself. I can do this at the same time as showing how Town Hall 10 and 11 players get access to siege machines, because it is all about the clan castle. Now as a Town Hall 10, you need the highest level clan castle there is, which is level 6. Notice how the troop capacity is 35. These will be the troops that are added to your siege machine. So even if you have built the siege machine yourself as a Town Hall 12 or 13 player, you cannot add troops to it yourself. The way that you add troops into the siege machine is via clan castle donations. So whatever troops are donated to you, they are automatically loaded into the siege machine. Notice how that for clan castle level 6, we also have the siege machine capacity of 1. So in order to get your siege machine for Town Hall 10 or 11, you request it via the clan request system, the exact same way that you get troops. And remember that the troops you request are the ones that will go inside the siege machine. So I'm going to request balloons, but you could request anything. Also make sure to request your spell, although this has nothing to do with a siege machine. You can also then select whatever one it is that you want, but bear in mind, your clanmate has to have access to that. If you weren't too fussed, maybe you just wanted a siege machine, you could go ahead and leave that blank and people could still donate to you. But if you want something specific, such as I want the stone slammer in this instance, go ahead and select it. Now if you are going to be donating a siege machine yourself, you're one of those higher level players, my advice is that if you do have the gold pass, make sure you use the 1 gem donation. It is the best use of resources for you. Siege machines are quite expensive. They are over 100,000 gold because they are very, very strong. So if you are going to be purchasing the gold pass, I'd highly recommend donating via the 1 gem boost. And if you could, if you're purchasing anything within the game, you can support me by using code JUDO, and it is very much appreciated, guys. Now that we've reached the part of the video where we explain how to use each siege machine, we will start with the wall wrecker and move our way up. However, there are a couple of top level tips that you should know that are applicable to each of the siege machines. Firstly, you want to be aware that all of the siege machines are immune to spell effects. It even says so in the description. So don't use your spells on them. However, you might place a spell down before your siege machine pops so that it's in place before the clan castle troops. I will show you examples of that. The other thing is that the Grand Warden's ability can be used to make the siege machines immune. So the spells do not affect them, but the Grand Warden's ability does. The other important point I think it's worth noting is that you can take one of every siege machine into battle. You can cook up 3 of your own and take 1 in the clan castle. Now, why is this important? It's important because mid-battle you can switch out your siege machine. This means that you can technically adjust on the fly. So maybe you were planning to do a wall break, but your wall breakers fail. You might then be able to adjust to the wall wrecker in order to send that in, and that might potentially rescue your raid. So it just gives you the flexibility of changing between siege machines. First up, we have the wall wrecker. This siege machine does exactly what it says on the tin. It will move in a straight line towards the town hall and destroy any walls within its path. It does have quite a lot of hit points indicated by the green bar. When this gets to 0, your clan castle troops are revealed because the wall wrecker is destroyed, so do watch out for single target infernos. If it reaches the town hall before this marker goes down, it will also be destroyed automatically. It cannot attack the town hall, so your clan castle troops are then revealed. You can manually break open the wall wrecker at any stage by pressing the button again. It really only has the use of breaking open walls into a compartment for a kill squad or a queen charge, whether that be driving towards the town hall or a completely other area of the base. You could use it to the back end of a hog rider attack, for example, to distract some of the defenses and then bring out hog riders of its own. Another important point about the wall wrecker is that it will move in the direction of the town hall even if the town hall is destroyed. This is why some players have the town hall on the outside of the base so as to mess with siege machine pathing. The battle blimp, to put it simply, is the air version of the wall wrecker. It paths exactly the same in that it directly targets the town hall, but obviously it can fly over the top of walls. You want to use a couple of balloons ahead of it in case there are any black bombs, but one of the most valuable uses is a Yeti blimp method. This is what you see now. The battle blimp comes into the base to deploy troops on a certain area. You may want to use a rage spell here as well so that Yetis on the inside can take out the defenses, meaning that you have gained value but also set up pathing for your queen walk or queen charge. Now you could use Valkyries or anything else if it was a specific defense, but Yetis tend to be the best method. Remember, because the battle blimp directly targets the town hall, you might actually use that as its primary focus to ensure that you at least get the 2-star. You might do this within ring bases, and I have a video explaining that which I will link you to at the end of this one. Yetis or Valkyries are a good choice inside it, or you can also use the sneaky goblins if you have the super troop active and your clanmate can donate them. Another really good use for the battle blimp is the Electron. You can use the Stone Slammer for this as well, which is the siege machine coming up, depending on pathing within the base. What you are doing is sending the battle blimp into a key area and cloning balloons. You do want to rage this in order to get maximum value. You will also have an Electro Dragon within your clan castle in order to take out the enemy queen. Now you might be asking which troops get cloned. It is the troop which is displayed first in your clan castle reinforcements within your army. You can log out, wait a bit and back in, and sometimes this can switch. What you are trying to get is huge value, so it depends on the attack you are going to be using in itself, depends on what defenses you want to take out. But most of the time, this will be multi-infernos, scattershot, eagle artillery, something along them lines alongside the enemy archer queen, especially if it's for a lava loon. However, if you don't need pathing with the Electron, you might be better off doing this in combination with the lava loon portion itself. The third siege machine added to Clash of Clans was the Stone Slammer. Now this works completely different to the Wall Wrecker and the Battle Blimp in that it targets defenses. It will actually break open walls as it does damage. This can be hugely beneficial to get your troops or heroes onto the inside. You can think of this as a giant balloon moving around the base in exactly the same fashion and doing a lot of damage. You might then want to rage the troops that come out of this, whether this be Valkyries, Yetis, or Hog Riders. They can do a lot of damage to take out defenses in an area, or you could use the Stone Slammer to take out defenses before utilizing the Electron method as mentioned with the Battle Blimp. Another really good use of the Stone Slammer is to help with pathing, creating the funnel for the rest of your troops. Because it targets defenses, it can take them out and help defense targeting troops. Very popular to keep Hog Riders on the inside of the base, or if you supplement the Stone Slammer with a baby dragon, taking out the trash buildings, it's very popular alongside dragons. If you are attacking a Town Hall 12 or 13, the Stone Slammer might be a good idea for the Town Hall. If there are no defenses around it, the Stone Slammer will be able to take down the Town Hall, meaning your troops on the inside will not be affected by the Gigabomb. Finally, we move on to the Siege Barracks. This is a special type of siege machine because it gives you free troops. When it is deployed, it will parachute into the base but remain static where you deployed it, unlike the other siege machines that move inside the base. This one will have P.E.K.K.A. and Wizards slowly coming out of the building until the timer is complete, or like the other siege machines, you activate your clan castle troops early. The best use for this siege machine is to set a funnel. So your P.E.K.K.A. and Wizards which are deployed will take out buildings on the outside of the base so that your regular troops on the inside can remain on the inside. One of the most popular clan castle troops to have inside the siege barracks is Hog Riders, because they will be deployed later on in the battle and can move to defenses that are potentially on the outside of the base. Another use of this siege machine is to actually use the P.E.K.K.A. and Wizards as cleanup. So if you are using an army such as Balloons or Hog Riders that only target defenses, you could use the P.E.K.K.A. and Wizards to take out the trash buildings on the outside, making sure that you do not time fail, but that you do get the 3 stars. Now I hope this video has been incredibly valuable to you. Be sure to leave your feedback down in the comments for me, but if you struggle with ring bases, which I personally do, I know a lot of people do, I made a video on this just a couple of days ago for my previous Let's Play. I'm going to link that for you right on top of my face. It couldn't be any easier for you guys. Go ahead and click that one to help you with ring bases, and thank you for watching today. I have been your host, Judo Sloth, and until next time, take care.